By the time this message has ended, it will be happening. So less than an hour from now, it will shift. Finally, it is not over until my cash register sings. Cha-ching. If you are ready for this message, drop it in the comments below. I claim this message. Cha-ching. The love that you feel like you've been missing, you've been targeting certain things, thinking like that's the thing that I need, but it's not. There is a new spirit animal being unleashed within you, and you are going through a renewal of your heart where your desire is going to be amped up on 1000, your lust is going to be amped up on 1000, because love in your life is being resurrected. It feels like something that you've been missing because you haven't been feeling safe. You have been in fight or flight. You've been in survival mode. And maybe you were kidding yourself or gaslighting yourself. Like, no, that ain't the case. That ain't happening. I'm finally out of the threat zone. But now you're starting to see where you were not doing yourself any service. I hope what I'm saying is making sense. There were certain things that you were doing in your daily routine that was stressing you out. There were things that you were doing in your daily routine that were really stressing you out, and now you're going to be seeing very clearly like, oh, I need to scale all the way back on some of these things because my body or my spirit does not handle these, whatever these things are, the same. So it could be drama, it could be food, it could be your work environment. You no longer handle stress the same. So whatever has been stressing you out, it has been making you feel sick or ill. And there is your relationship with love that needs to be restored. You have a lot of untapped potential when it comes to love. So Spirit wants me to tell you that you are safe to feel safe. And by the end of this message, you will feel ready to shine again, and you will understand like, oh my gosh, I was hunting for more in the wrong direction. So there were things that maybe you were doing the most of, and it was draining your love tank. It was depleting you energetically. And now it's like Spirit is carrying you out of the building so you can be resuscitated. So CPR can be given. Motorcycle. There are joyful times coming in that you wouldn't even believe, but I know you're going to be so grateful for. And then I'm also getting that you are the millionaire next door. There's something about you, bestie. It's not over until my cash register sings. You are the millionaire next door, and you don't have to prove your worth or your value to anyone. If you've been giving yourself a hard time about the way that you look, about the way that you feel, about things going on around you that are out of your control, it's just showing you what is really missing from your life, but maybe you didn't even know where to start. And all you have to do is do less. And somebody that you could have been listening to could have been making it more confusing. It could have been AI. It could have been a friend. It could have been a counselor, a therapist. Whoever it was, they're not acquainted with all of the facts of you. So maybe you've been having some strong reactions to things because you have been running on fumes. But love and finance, your deepest desires, are ready to resurface. So I love this for you guys because you have a lot of untapped potential in the things that you desire. Relationships, love, career, finance. There is so much untapped potential. So this renewal of the heart, this new character that is being unleashed is someone that is doing less. Whatever emotional roller coaster you felt like you were on, you know what I'm saying? That ride is ending. On top of that, by the time this message is over, you will see the light at the end of the tunnel. You are the hero coming to the battlefield. You are the victor, and you don't even see this yet. You have felt isolated, betrayed, maybe even ill. You haven't been feeling like yourself, and there's been a lot of things that have been worked through. But you had people playing in your face, and now you're going to be showing them what time it is. You refuse to be on a roundabout of effery. You've made some very hard choices. You are not listening to others or their influence or whatever they think they know. You know what you need. You know what you need. And you are finally feeling safe to stop scanning, hunting, looking, searching, and keeping yourself in fight or flight or survival mode. You are also going to be finding a way to be creative again. So if you weren't feeling creative, or you weren't feeling like yourself, or you weren't feeling confident, some of that had to do with being in survival mode, or feeling threatened, or feeling like you had to sort something out. And it always had your brain like in on mode. You've also could have been feeling wired, but tired. Feeling like you couldn't go to sleep, or you kept waking up. And this is because your brain is always in on mode. You are starting to see also where less is more. You are very strategic. You don't need advice from a whole lot of people. And you don't need a whole lot of friends either. I kept hearing this song, Mama Said Knock You Out. That song by LL Cool J. So someone is being knocked out for playing in your face. You have a lot of people jealous of you, believe it or not, because, and I know this is going to be hard to believe for whoever this message is for, because you have been hiding behind the scenes. You've been going through a lot internally. You've been internalizing a lot of things. You haven't been sharing. And whatever you've been trying to sort out, you haven't been feeling the greatest. So you haven't really been in anybody's face like that. You know what I mean? But people are realizing that they cannot play in your face, that they will not have a seat at your table, but you are like the millionaire next door. Somebody I'm speaking to is the millionaire next door. You don't have to flaunt it. You don't have to show people like, I have all of this, but whatever you have, there is more on the way. So this is like winning a battle and thinking, okay, people might know who I am. Cool. Or I won. But it's like, not only are people going to know your name after whatever you have just battled through, and it doesn't have to be other people necessarily, but things that you have been internally battling, you are being prepared for an ascension like you have never seen before. People will know who you are. And they're already shocked because the way that you live, the way that you spend, the way that you maneuver, they're like, oh, they're not greedy. Oh, they're generous. Oh, they don't have to show off. Oh, they don't have to do any of this. You were born with pride and prestige, even if you didn't have a silver spoon. Sorry, I'm channeling this so fast. I'm just trying to get it out. And I didn't write it down. Not everyone will have a seat at your table, but they will know your name. Not everyone will have a seat at your table, but they will hear your name. Or they will remember your name. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be taking certain educated guesses, intuitive risk, and it's going to pay off. That other people don't know what they're talking about, like you know what you're talking about, especially when it comes to you. So you are breaking free from something that was holding you down. And it's like, not only are you about to be rewarded with fame or recognition or people finding out who you are, even though you probably don't want people to know who you are, people are realizing, oh, so-and-so, they're the millionaire next door. Now, you might be saying, Bestie, I don't have no millions. I know, but it's coming. It's coming because less is more. You can just be your usual self, but you can do a lot less now. And this is happening right now. Your spiritual judgment is about to be rewarded. Your insight is about to be rewarded. You see through craziness, crazy things that are deceptive. You don't give yourself enough credit. You are the person that people want on their side. And now you're about to be a free agent. So all these people that thought they had some type of claim to you, like, oh, the chosen one, Earth Angel 777 collective, they said that they were going to fight in my battle. They said that they were going to do this for me and that for me. And then everyone's going to realize that you are the chosen one for God. So you're going to do what is best for you. You cannot be bribed. You cannot be conned. You cannot be scammed. You're going to get what you want to get when you want to get it. And your angels and ancestors, God is sending you good luck. God is sending you a lucky break with more resources. This reminds me of Uthard in The Last Kingdom. If anybody's ever watched that on Netflix, it reminds me of Uthard. He grew up a Saxon, a Christian, but then his father lost in whatever battle they were in. And so he was then raised by the pagans, raised by Ragnar Lothbrok. Okay, this is their interpretation of Vikings. And so he's raised both. Okay, so whoever I'm speaking to, you have been raised both. You have been raised both of something, spiritual and religious, but people try to label you as something to make you more digestible, but you refuse to be. So like for me, I was raised LDS, and I was also raised Baptist. And so I always had questions. And the same thing with Uthard, like they didn't like when he had questions. They didn't like when he had to kind of fend for himself or figure out whose side he was on, because at one time both sides weren't claiming him. They're like, no, you're a Viking, you can't be hanging out with us Christians. Oh no, you're a Christian, so you can't be hanging out with us Vikings. So he was always in limbo of trying to find his place. You are finding your place, and you are reclaiming your power. He always says this thing, destiny is all. You don't care who wants what. Your destiny is all you care about. I love that. So you are expressing your truth because something was making you feel like you couldn't. Something was making you feel not great. So you could have been given some bad advice by experts, by doctors, and I kind of channeled a little bit of this on Patreon, but someone here could be coming off a lot of meds that your doctor told you to take, supplements that so-and-so told you to take, and now you're like, I'm not listening to anybody, because certain things have been slowing you down and making you not feel like yourself. So not only are you being sent protection, people are realizing that you are the millionaire next door. You are somebody to be remembered. The way that you live is because of what you've been through. So yeah, you could show off and you could do all of these things, but you will be the millionaire next door. You could be the thousandaire next door right now, but nobody really knows because you try to stay low key and hidden. But God is bringing you a new endeavor, and everyone is figuring out that you are a hero, that you are ferocious, that you are fearless, that you are always the champion no matter what people try to do to you. You have fought through people that have tried to censor you, have tried to cancel you, have tried to reject you, fire you, get rid of you, and they are all going to get a VIP seat to you winning. 11:11 on my timer. This is about to be an exciting breakthrough for you after so many people playing in your face, lying to you, omitting. There have been a lot of people omitting things from you and not telling you the whole truth. And so now you're picking through the encyclopedia of your life bits and pieces like, this helped me, that didn't help me, this helped me, that didn't help me. And you're realizing that you also cannot be so hard on yourself. Whatever you were able to do at 20 or 30 or in your teen years, your body isn't letting you do stuff like that anymore, or you're not bouncing back the same. So now you're going to be even more careful of your energy and what you exert and what you're doing. You are done being in fight or flight. You are done stressing out because it affects your creativity. So different people have been trying to poison you or slow you down or make things hard for you, because then you're not a creative force to be reckoned with, because then it in fact slows you down from being the person where your name is traveling fast. Stability is being removed from your enemies. Yeah, they thought they got away with certain things. They thought they got rid of you. They thought they canceled you, rebuked you, and censored you, but it's not really the case. Some of them even thought that you bought their truths, or you bought whatever they were trying to sell you. You have been doing your research. So though you maybe have been isolated or feeling like you're in hermit mode all over again, you have been doing a lot of research behind the scenes so you can figure out what to trust, who to trust, or just to trust yourself. You're also going to be receiving a blessing in love, where love is being resuscitated. It's being resurrected, and it's going to be at a hyper speed. If you've been feeling really alone or sad or down on yourself, that is all about to change by the time this message is ended, because you are picking out things in your life that just do not serve a purpose. They don't belong, like maybe once upon a time you thought they did. And so you're not going to be feeling as vulnerable. And then at the simultaneously, people are figuring out, did I underestimate them? They've got something going on, because I don't see them struggling. I don't see them, and you in fact do struggle, and they just don't know about it. Okay, so Spirit is saying wherever people had an illusion that you were broke or poor or struggling or homeless or falling apart, they ain't never been more wrong. That's just for some people. Most people know that you're going places. So again, there's a lot of high key jealousy, because you defy the odds, because you defy gravity. And a lot of people don't know what you're about to do next. They're like, what are they going to do? I know they're going to do something. I know they're up to something, but I can't figure it out. A lot of people have tried to create roadblocks for you. So you are renewing your dedication to yourself, where less is more. And scanning, hunting, and always problem solving, that's got a cutoff time. Okay, so let's say, for instance, you have a hectic schedule already. You're not going to problem solve. Doesn't matter what it is, because your brain activates and moves at a crazy speed. You are not going to problem solve after 5 o'clock or after 6 o'clock. You might not be eating after 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. You might not be fasting anymore. You might not be eating past a certain time. You might not be taking certain things anymore, because you're seeing how it negatively has been impacting your life. Devil energy is out here in these streets trying to figure out how to slow you down, throwing every Decepticon in your path. Stability is being removed from your enemies. You are entering an era where you're going to have more fun, where you're not going to be given an F like you were before, because giving an F was dragging you down. Giving an F in problem solving and being the answer to everything, or problem solving for others at all hours of the day, you're done doing that, because God wants you to not only get this lucky break, but to take risks in being innovative for you. And I see you guys getting a lot of things for free. The energy exchange up here is going to be different. You are not just going to be paying for things like you used to have to before. I don't know what's going on with the self-limiting beliefs, but you are going through a big shift where you're not going to let your brain get on a hamster wheel of craziness, of overthinking and overanalyzing. So you could be a Virgo, sun, moon, or rising. You could have a lot of Virgo in your chart, but whatever it is, you need to know that wherever you're standing right now as you're watching this message, or wherever you're sitting as you are watching this message, no matter where you are in the world right now, you are exactly where you're supposed to be. You are exactly where you are supposed to be. And no matter what you just endured, that you felt like, I shouldn't have had to go through that. I don't know why I had to endure that. It has served its purpose. And you will be moving past it. People are not only going to know your name, you will create a legacy as the millionaire next door. God is trying to show you how brilliant you are, and that there are new endeavors on the way, that you will have plenty of money, plenty of success, you will feel accomplished, and those that tried to overthrow you are going to have to take several seats. All right, bestie, it is time. It is time for you to step into your sovereignty. I keep hearing like we the people. You are going to start a revolution. And those people, the narcissists around you, you are not only their worst nightmare, but the other shoe is about to drop. So there are narcissists being dealt with. There are people that try to come up against you and try to come up against your union. Your spirit team is on it. And there's about to be a lot of shocking news coming in about justice and your dreams being activated. You are finally being blessed with the clarity that you have been waiting for. When you've just been going through so much, you are really tired of dealing with people that are purely transactional. That's going to mean something to someone. But you need to know that whatever you've been waiting for, the wait is over. The wait is over. And something that was an issue once upon a time is being turned upside down. Something that was an issue once upon a time will now have a positive outcome. I love that. So we have empowerment. God is showing you, you have the power. There are a lot of people that have tried to have power over you. Think about the champion in a movie. Think about Gladiator. Okay, let's think about Russell Crowe, Gladiator. You guys know the scene where he's like, you can't turn your back to the emperor. And then he turns around and he says, this is who I am. You guys remember the scene in Pretty Woman where she goes in and she's like, remember me? You guys wouldn't wait on me yesterday? You're about to have a whole season of these moments where people are going to remember your face and they are going to remember your name. Yeah. So you are about to be properly shocked with the way that you are going to feel empowered in the next 60 minutes or less. In the last 60 minutes or less, you won't feel so bogged down, so poisoned, so I don't know what the word is. Something was trying to saturate your life, and it wasn't helping you see clearly, it wasn't helping you pivot, and now you are realizing that you have the power. You are also being brought a union. So either a best friend or a lover. This is a soulmate. And a lot of you that are not married, that are like, maybe have no desire, there's marriage on the table. Okay, so somebody thought it would be easy to disarm you, mock you, poke at you when you were vulnerable. Yeah, not gonna work. There's a path that you were walking. So if people thought, oh, well, they're not here right now. So while they're not here, I'll just sit on their throne and I'll just do this, this, and that. Riddle me what? I don't think so. So not only are you going to be defying the odds, you will be defying gravity. God is going to exalt you or elevate you in front of others, in front of your peers, in front of your neighbors, in front of your enemies, and everybody in between that was in cahoots. People are going to remember your face and they are going to remember your name. You had a lot of fake emperors and fake empresses that were trying to compete with you where they did not compare. I don't know who needs to know that, but they were playing a lot of mind games and they were trying to blame you for things, or they were trying to project or be passive aggressive with you. You even had some people trying to throw you under the bus and say that you were to blame for certain things you had nothing to do with. We haven't done this in a while, but drop your Uzis down below the water, because you are that divinely protected. And people are going to see firsthand how precise and superior and intense and witty and impressive you are. You are always spot on. You don't miss. Even when you second guess yourself and take the long way, you don't miss. So you're going to be getting really clear about how you're maneuvering, how you're going to move forward in the next 24 hours. Okay, so you will be, in the next hour, alleviated. I don't know if that's the word. There will be a lot of suffering that you've been internalizing that will be alleviated. That will be taken off of the table. Oh my gosh. See what I'm saying? 6 of Wands. People are going to be like, oh my gosh, what's that over there? And you're going to be like, this ring of fire. People are going to know who you are. And I know, bestie, you're like, I'm private. I don't want people knowing who I am. I get it. But for some reason, they're supposed to know who you are. And that is why your name for the last month or so has been traveling fast. This energy would not come charging towards you if you were not someone of great importance. If you were not a threat, no one would be talking about you. People are also really concerned that there isn't enough to go around, so that if you're winning or you're succeeding, that they can't win too. I don't know. You are going to be very careful in this season who you are generous with. Because again, I am seeing that you've wiped a friend board. You might have had a friend or ally charcuterie board, and you have wiped that board clean, and you are doing things different. Where you're not going to be over giving, because maybe you didn't feel like you were deserving of certain blessings, so you would over give and overextend and like give handouts and just be very generous. And you're going to turn that inward so you can take better care of you, because you have like overextended yourself, or you've been in fight or flight, survival mode, problem solving for everybody and their little dog. Wow, yeah. Always having to be battle ready. Always having to be ready for the hunt. Okay, so you're done goal chasing. You're done chasing anything, period. You don't chase, you attract. And whatever things are at midday is what you're going to leave it at. You are no longer going to exert so much energy. I don't know who needs to hear that, but you might be waking up earlier and getting things done in a certain amount of time in the day. And then the rest of the day is going to be for what you desire or for relaxation. You're about to have a whole new regime and a whole new routine. Yeah. You're like, I don't want to be so strategic anymore. I'm tired of always having to think about what I got to do next. I'm tired of always having to plan things out. You're really wanting to be more spontaneous, but you do know how to protect yourself. You know that these people want to create a Hunger Game type of environment, and you refuse to engage. They want you to compete. They want you to feel less than. They want you to play ball. And you're like, I'm not playing ball. I know you guys just want to play dodgeball. I know you guys just want to cause a scene. And I ain't going to be around for that. You will also have a lot of people breaking their neck to see what you're up to. But if people are not careful, there will be foot on neck. There will be pressure applied. You are about to receive a message that will make your heart so full and so grateful. For some of you, it will be a confirmation. For others of you, it will be a call back or a text back or an email that you've been waiting for. For some of you, it will just be the clarity or the confirmation that you've needed that everything is going to be okay. But let your heart be the guiding key. You also have a miracle that is on the way. Something that has been stressing you the F out. Okay, I don't know what this is, but something has been stressing you out. And there's not just one miracle, but miracles that will be flowing into your life. Your angels are helping you resolve certain challenges in your life. They are helping you resolve certain challenges in very surprising ways. So from it below, my angels are helping me resolve challenges in ways that will surprise me. I'm going to say that one more time. My angels are helping me resolve challenges in ways that are surprising. So you're leaving it open-ended. However they want to help me, I'm open to that. It doesn't need to be a certain way. It doesn't need to be how I think it needs to be. And instead of having to hunt for your dinner, having to hunt for the answers, having to always hunt for resolution, having to always chase down goals or mow down things to get things done, this hyper masculine energy, you are going to be in a more feminine, softer, I get to explore, I get to have fun, I get to discover, I get to be more spontaneous. And this is what you are clearing room for. You are realizing that before you didn't have a lot of wiggle room to go do anything. Because let's say that you were this great commander or soldier. No one would want you going anywhere if there was always an attack. If there was always battles going on, they'd be like, no, we need the commander right here. So it's kind of like that. Because you were in charge of so many things, or you had so many responsibilities, you weren't able to go out and fall in love. Go do whatever you want to do. Take a vacation. Take time off. Do things that you want to do. And you have finally gotten clarity on how you're going to reconstruct your whole life. And I mean quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because you see how it can impact you negatively if you don't. It's like your heart cannot go on the way that it's been going. So your heart is being resuscitated. Wherever you've been feeling alone or sad or let down, disappointed or depressed, you're going to be happily surprised at what you can fit into a day. So I love that. I want to see what else I get for you guys. I'm seeing that something big is going to be happening online. Yes, you. Something big is happening online. People are going to remember your face. They're going to remember your name. And you might not think you're even worthy of that, but you are. So I don't know if you're posting a video, if you're starting a podcast. There's something that you're posting or something that you're saying or something that you're doing or singing that is going to get heard. And it's like your angels are going to help carry the message all around the world, all around the internet. Wow. You might have wanted to purchase something. I'm seeing a lot about contracts. So listen, my bestie, my millionaire next door in the making. You already exude this power that other people cannot understand. A confidence, no matter what you drive, no matter what you're wearing, no matter what's going on, there is a certain confidence and swagger that you carry. And I'm seeing you look at certain contracts, like maybe it was something that you were seeking out at one point. Maybe you're going to wait. Maybe you're going to wait. There could have been something that you wanted to purchase. It could have been something big, and maybe you're going to pivot to something smaller or something different. What certain things that you were looking at were not as they seemed. So maybe you thought, well, I'm not successful if I don't own a home or this type of car or whatever. And now you are realizing that those things will cost way more in the future if you do sign a contract for whatever that is. Okay, it's kind of like how certain cars are very expensive to fix. So in the first year of driving something really cool, it will seem like, oh, this is awesome. And then years past and the warranty is over and it starts breaking down, it could cost you an upwards of 25%, 10 to 15,000 a year. And you're like, why would I waste that for this one thing that I thought that I wanted? So maybe there are certain things that you're doing your research on, like you thought you wanted a type of house or a type of car, and it was of great significance to you and who you were or what you were trying to achieve or what you were trying to maybe even show people, like I've made something of myself. God is saying you don't have to prove that you've made something of yourself. You are the millionaire next door that could live anywhere in any situation and drive anything. It's kind of like Jeff Bezos. He drove a Honda for a really long time. It's like, I don't got to prove that I could drive this, that, or the third. You are becoming very smart with your finances and with your money. And you're not going to be wasting it. Not because you're like, oh, I got to hoard it over here and I can't spend anything. But you're also not going to be over generous and just giving to wherever. You're hunkering down on what could be wasted. And I see you being gifted a lot of things. So I keep getting that your name is traveling fast. God is going to help you build your dreams. God is going to help you build your dream life. And you are going to be living differently than you ever thought. Real progress calls for not just new thoughts, but new patterns and doing things differently to make the journey more fulfilling. Wouldn't a car be more fulfilling if you knew it wasn't going to break down? You knew it was going to be whatever you needed it to be. It was going to be reliable. Wouldn't that be more fulfilling than something where you're like, at any time, this could go wrong, and then what am I going to do? You also might apply the rule of, if I cannot buy two of them, I will not buy one. If I cannot purchase two of these cars, two of these homes, two of these whatevers, I'm not going to buy it. I see you guys investing differently. It's like God is your financial advisor. People might not understand that. Riddle me what? It ain't over until the cash register sings. People might not understand that God is your financial advisor. So they're out here trying to get readings on you. They're like, I gotta figure out what they're up to, what they're investing their money in. Like, God's your financial advisor. I'm your spiritual accountant, but God is your financial advisor. I said what I said when I said it. So yeah, we have be watchful. Be alert of your surroundings, because I feel like for some of you, you might live by yourself. And you being the super attractive person, you might try to fly under the radar, but you stick out because people remember your face and your name. You're not somebody that people forget. So I'm seeing if you've been alert or aware of your surroundings, that's good. If you're like, I don't want to take a whole bag here, I don't want to go into this neighborhood, I want to be careful, do that. Because it might reveal a red flag that you ignored before. The angel number 1515 could also mean something. Let me know in the comments. I'm seeing the way that you look at love and your body is changing. Okay, so you're going to be honoring yourself and your body as a sacred vessel. You're going to be thinking about your body in different ways and looking at yourself differently in the mirror. You are going to refuse to give yourself away to those who do not honor and respect you. So like people that just want a one-night stand or just want to sleep with you or baby trap you or use you for whatever, you are honoring your vessel. Like, skirt. I don't think so. We have advancement. You are about to level up. Prepare yourself to take the next step or in your life and show the universe that you are ready. So this is what's been going on all before you leading up to watching this message. You've been preparing yourself like, oh, I need to get this out of the way. I need to stop doing that. I need to trust myself more. Most of all, trusting yourself more above anyone else's opinion. Because chosen ones are real ones, real friends. They're far and few between. Okay. Is there anything else I'm going to pull out? Oh, if you are on Patreon, there's going to be a message posted. It is blessings that are on the way. If you were needing like an extended, and all messages on Patreon are ad-free. There is an extensive library where you can binge watch a lot for only $11.11 a month, ad-free. Okay, so maybe you feel like your patience was being... maybe this feels like the longest go of your patience being tested, the longest run of your patience being tested. You're like, my patience ain't never been tested this long, of a year, 6 months, 2 years, sirens. You are very protected by Archangel Michael, despite some of the changes that you've been going through that maybe you didn't understand at first. And I feel like whatever changes, no matter how different everyone clicking on this message changes might be, it was all leading you to how you care for you, yourself, and your vessel. Not overthinking, like I gotta fix this, put out this fire. There was always existential crisis around you, and you always felt obligated to put all those fires out. Now, maybe you even had to work through feeling like, I'm not lazy if I don't put all these fires out. I've just got to take better care of myself. Now, think about this too. Someone of divine lineage, okay, someone of royal birthright, somebody that's a king or queen, do you think they're going to be running around putting all the fires out? No, they're going to be sitting on their throne thinking real strategic, like, maybe I should do this. Maybe I should do that. But you're not just going to run around in a circle. Divine lineage. This is going to give you more time to think about you, to put yourself first, to be creative in the ways that you feel like you've been missing. God's going to help you shine in this era. If you feel like no one's listening to me, nobody cares, nobody's taking what I say as the truth, or you felt like people were overlooking you or they were causing problems for you, you will be stepping into your power in front of everyone. You will be more assertive. You will be telling people like, hey, this is why I said what I said. I see you really not sugarcoating things anymore. So whatever you used to walk on eggshells for, whatever you used to tiptoe around, you will not be doing that anymore. And this is going to help you shine so you can get rid of the people that aren't really going to help you be successful. So again, if you've been feeling really alone, like everyone's let me down, they acted like they were a boss, they're not, you had a lot of fraudulent people around you. These people didn't even have to be close friends. They were just people in close proximity. Like, oh, that's cool that they do this and this and that. I like that. And, maybe saying hello or them working with you or being a coworker. You're seeing that there are a lot of people that are unhappy, that are miserable. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. So you need to trust yourself. Even online. So, that's another thing that I got. You will be learning how to love yourself fearlessly because there are certain people online, okay? They're giving you all this advice. They don't follow any of it. This would be like watching a hairdresser online. And they're like, I know how to do all these things, boopity boopity boop, but then their whole head is a mess. Do you know what I'm saying? Sometimes people are giving advice that they don't follow, that they don't heed, that they don't listen to. This would be like somebody giving you financial advice that doesn't have their own finances together. Somebody giving you advice on health, like, no, I know the way that you need to do this and this and that, and they don't have it all the way together. You are going to be seeing through people like this. Everyone has been waiting for the influencer like you, the podcaster like you, the champion like you, the someone that is the speaker of truth and looks the part. Okay? Now, I'm not saying that because we judge people by the way that they look, but there are a lot of people preaching on social media, especially, you got to live this luxurious lifestyle. And that stuff has been rented, leased, or they're in debt. There could be people like, oh, you got to do your hair this way or that way. And it's like not even the truth. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like people not being truthful, not being honest, and trying to sell you a lifestyle. You are going to sell people a new way of living life that is honest, that is the millionaire next door. Meaning, I can do what I want, and I don't have to prove anything to anyone by what I drive, by what I live in, by what my zip code is, because you're going to show people what real authenticity and real happiness looks like. This is why people will remember your face and they will remember your name, because you are a teller of truth. And even though you might feel like a late bloomer, like you took the scenic route a time or 5, people will remember the name. You have a lot of joy that is going to be entering your life at this time, because you are on the precipice of so much change. Not even realizing for the longest time, oh, I could do less and get more. I didn't even know that was possible. There is going to be a lot of, I don't know how to say this, rectifications. There's going to be a lot of people exposed on the internet for trying to sell you a dream or a lifestyle. And I'm not saying that all of you guys even listen to things like that, but each and every one of you could have special interest. It could be financial help. It could be spiritual help. It could be lifestyle, children. It could be anything. And you're seeing past the people that are giving you the information. And God's trying to show you, like, don't listen to everything that you hear. You're going to de-influence yourself, because you are the one. You are the one that is influential. Hello. Hiller. Okay, now let me not shuffle that back in there. So if you didn't know what your destiny was, it is being revealed to you this week. If you didn't know what your purpose is, it is being revealed to you this week. If you already knew what your purpose was, but you were terrified to step into it, it is being revealed to you that you need to keep moving forward. I'm seeing somebody that has been sad or feeling like they're in the darkness, feeling unworthy. You are working through feeling worthy, feeling of value, feeling like you are enough. So that's a big realization that you are coming to. Okay, so what else is, this is not supposed to be in here. You will be getting more rest, getting more sleep, or sleeping differently. You will wake up feeling more energized. You guys could be going out in the sun, spending more time in the sunshine. To see you navigating your life differently, and it's something that you've really needed. God is preparing you for a love that you have not felt in a really long time. And it's going to add so much passion to your life that you will feel more encouraged to speak up. It's kind of like when you feel more loved, or your love tank is full, you feel more confidence or more confident to speak up and to speak your mind. Sorry, you guys, Mercury is almost out of the microwave and I just want to anyways, do not let anything disrupt this joy, this new life that you will be leading, this new adventure that you will be embarking on. So I am so excited. Remember, if you guys are looking for extra messages that are ad-free, Patreon link is down below. It is only $11.11 a month. The next message posted will be the next blessings on the way. And yeah, don't forget to smash the you-know-what. Hit the bell, duh. You guys do not want to miss out. And I'm just so grateful for all of your guys' love and support and your patience with my semi-absence this last week. But I'm just so grateful. And yeah, you are destined to shine. People will remember your name and your face. You are the millionaire next door. Okay, yeah, let me know what's going on in the comments. And yeah, bye guys, I love you. It is not over until my cash register sings. Cha-ching.